Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Calendar Season League. We are coming here from the floodlit Monaco circuit for you this evening, and we have got a great race on hands. Only small grid today, but hopefully that means we've still got a great race to watch. 10 drivers with us today: Positive Vibes, Frank Honda, Xerox Tom, Walt, Unity, Max Thorn, Wild Wolf 1, Lucky Walnut, Sticks and Kimmy on the grid today. A little bit of activity there just going in front of us right now. That's the Mercedes driver of Wild Wolf 1, and looks like there's a Renault also out on track already. On his way out, that'll be Maxi Thorn. Let's go on board with him and see how he does on this warm-up lap. A little bit of controversy in the warm-up today. People talking about having ghosting on, but, well, it makes for a little more fun, does it not? And I'm just getting the track layout up on my screen. There we go. I know most of it off by heart, but it's always best to have a reminder as Max shows us his outlap. In terms of the championship so far, Frank Honda is currently leading on 111 points. Kimmy in second on 57. Max on just behind on 56 and third. Rexon not here today. Unity 31. Xerox Tom 24. Wild Wolf 1 also on 24. Walt 16, Positive Vibes on 15, and there's a few other drivers further down the grid. And Max looking a bit uncomfortable. They're going through Nouvelle Chicane, and I'm just getting some bit of detail on. Fitted. There we go. Right. So Max will show us how a flying lap is done. And of course, as always, I will give you a rundown of how it goes. So then, coming through the final corner into the DRS section, only one DRS section on this track along this very short straight. It's only about 400 metres long into the Saint-Devant turn, named after the church just there. And then you go up the hill through Beau Rivage, snaking the whole way up. Only one corner officially up there. Then into the long left-hand of Massenet, which leads into Casino Square. Using all the little tricks just to avoid that bump down into Mirabeau. Tight corner, great overtaking opportunity there. Then into the Grand Hotel hairpin, also known as the lowest hairpin for those old people like me. Through the second part of Mirabeau, then onto Portier. Get this power down as you go under the tunnel now. It looks beautiful at night, I have to say, Monaco does. Pick your brain point, which is at just as the crest turns down into the Nouvelle Chicane. Left, right, right, left. And then through this left-hander to back. Careful not to hit the wall too much, and Max looks like he's bailed out already, but we'll stick with him. Goes through the swimming pool complex, two chicanes. Going to see a few times there, I suspect, between the chicanes, then through La Rascasse, and then back through the final two corners. And Max is going to show us how to do it again, but we're going to go on board. Wild Wolf 1 is about to cross the line and set our first flying lap. And there we go, 112.1. Expect to be beaten. We're looking at probably around 1.8, maybe 1.7 to 1.6, but we'll see as we go. So let's have move down. Frank Honda, current championship leader, going around the Grand Hotel hairpin. Let's go for the wild shot. Wide shot, not wild shot. That's the complete thing, different thing altogether. This comes around Portier into this tunnel. This track has changed a little bit, but not a lot over the last probably 30 odd years. Mostly, I think most of it's changed at Rascasse. Not much else can be changed elsewhere. And that's a wall. That's what hitting the wall looks like to your front wing. And he fortunately managed to keep it out of that wall, because that could have been pretty much the end of his qualifying. Is he going to stick out, or is he just going to dive in? He's staying out, going to get a time on the board, hopefully. And Wild Wolf 1 has retired already in Sector 3. Would that be where Frank hit the wall? But Frank does set a faster time for 110.7, even with that damaged front wing. Downforce so crucial on this track. Not a lot of straights, a lot of just corners. Mixture of high speed and low speed. Sticks is having a little issue with... Not sure who's having an issue with. Kimmy's retired. Was it Kimmy? Not sure who that was. Who was that? Must have been Walt or Xerox Tom then, or Unity, sorry. But Sticks obviously making a bit of a mistake there, setting a time for 1:15. And let's have a look. Positive vibes going around the final corner. I think this is an out lap. So he's going to be the only one to cross the line. Yeah, this is an out lap. You can tell it's a 5-minute lap. And so stick with him. Going up the hill now. Through Beau Rivage. And then into the left-hander of the Massenet. This isn't a track that you're going to see much overtaking on, but you'll see some great overtakes when they happen, particularly, as I said earlier, into Maribor. There is an overtaking opportunity. Positive Vibes car looks all over the place today. Going through the second Maribor. And then down Portier and into this tunnel. Let's see how he picks this braking point going into Nouvelle Chicane. Carried a fair bit of speed, but gets it round and up towards the back. A little wide on the entry, but still going nonetheless. There was definitely a wheel just there on the second chicane, so that's probably where Kimi or Wild Wolf retired on. Both those drivers are out. Wild Wolf at least has set a time. Kimi will start plumb last in P10. So let's see what Positive Vibes does. P4 with a 13.7. And let's have a look. That's just getting out of the way. As Serox Tom is going to start a flying lap then. So let's go up the hill with him. Only man currently on a flying lap. Unless Positive Vibes is going for a second one or 6 go for a fourth one. Which is yawning. There's a yellow flag up ahead. That was Unity just getting out of the way. Obviously a track like this, it's really hard to get out of the way of other traffic because it is just so narrow and there's not really runoff areas, and those runoff areas are very short and really hard to do a 3-point turn in, particularly in a Formula 1 car. But Saracen coming now down towards Nouvelle Chicane. Little late on the brakes there, big lock up going into the corner. See if he's lost any time. Little kiss there at the wall, coming now through the swing pool complex. His back end stepping out on him, but he's held it. Going to Raskas, and that's late on the brakes, and that's front wing damage. Is he diving in the pits? No. He knows he needs to set a time, and you might as well do it while you're that close to the line. And it's an 11.5. It's not a bad time at the end of the day. I'm really tired for some reason. So he also looks like he's going again, but he's probably just trying to get back to the pits as soon as he can. So let's have a look at Wout then. Going through the tunnel, late on the brakes, but holds it into the Nouvelle. See how he handles to back. They're all getting quite wide in the entry. They're turning in a little bit late. It's going to cost him a bit of time. And he's coming around Raskas now. Bit of a lock up again for him. Keeps it out the wall, but he's going in the pits anyway. He's not happy. So let's have a look at our championship leader then, Frank Honda. He's going to show us how the perfect lap is done, hopefully. It'd be kind of embarrassing if he makes a big mistake here, but very aggressive there on the first corner. Thank you up. Sorry. Oh, bit of a lock up there going to Massenet. Positive Vibes has retired from the session. With just under 9 minutes to go, Frank is sliding around this track. That back end is very happy. Now through the hairpin into the second mirror boat. Now through Portier, and then let's get that power down. Going under the tunnel once again. Lucky Walnut's also retired, so we've got 5 retirees already. We've only got 50% of the field left. If that's what it's like in qualifying, what it's going to be like in the race. Oh, there's Lucky Walnut well embedded in that wall. We don't have red flags in this game. If we did, that would probably be a red flag right there. We do have safety cars, but not for qualifying. And Frank Honda goes faster with a 10.37. comfortably in the lead over Max Thorne right now. Max, who is still flying, he's actually up on his previous best, only by just under a tenth. A little mistake there, and a bit of an oversteer coming off the corner. He is driving this car on the very edge, and oh, more wall. He might be sticking this one in the pits if he doesn't stick it in the wall before then. No, he's going. He was up at one point. He's done a 9.7, absolutely storming lap there from Max Thorne. Takes pole for now, 7 minutes to go. Frank won't be doing another lap, he'll be on his way into the pits. After seeing that time, Max Thorne go up. He knows he needs to get back out there on a fresh set of rubbers and go again. Max putting that on the second lap of Hypersofts on those tyres. And Styx is also out. He's on a flying lap, I believe, coming around Nouvelle Chicane now. Could use a little more track there. Now through Rascasse. Some of you might remember Michael Schumacher put in the wall once upon a time just there, just to prevent people from going faster than his time. And Styx goes faster, but not by a lot. 0.022 up on his previous best. He's going to have his work cut out if he wants to get up that order. I mean, all he needs to do is put it in the 111s and he's gained 3 places, because they won't be beating his time. Further back, Wout, he's had enough. It's not working for him. He's not out, he's just retired on track. He's got a massive bit of front left damage there. So, 6 down, 4 to go. 6 minutes to go. Only man out on track is Styx. Looks like he's going again as well. Just in mode 5. A little early on the braking point there, but sometimes you just got to make that corner, and that's going to be the hard part. It's back a little uneasy going through there. And big lift off going into the Nouvelle. It's going to be slow, that's for sure, and I think this might have to be an in lap because he's not going to beat his best. There you go, he's on his way in. So, no one actually out on track at the moment, which is kind of boring. So it's a quick rundown of the positions. As you can see on the left hand side, Max Thorne currently on provisional pole with a 1.9.7. Frank Honda second with a 10.37. Xerox Tom with an 11.5. And then DNFers of Positive Vibes, Wild Wolf 1, Lucky Walnut. Positive Vibes and Wild Wolf 1 separated by 1,000th of a second there. Incredible. Styx in 7th with a 1.14. Then you got 3 people who have not set a time: Wout, Unity and Kimmy. They obviously won't be setting a time because they are out. And Xerox Tom, speaking of being out, is on his way out. Empty track is going to be beneficial for him as he's crossed the line a little bit there, but I don't think it's going to punish him too much considering it's qualifying. Do that in the race, might be a different story. So not a lot of action to go at the moment, so we're just going to sit with Xerox Tom, and somehow he's getting waved yellow flags. Oh, that's a bit of a slide. That's one way to warm your tyres up, I guess. He's taking this a little aggressive for an outlap. Interesting enough, he is in mode 5 as well. So people are now starting to come out of the pits. Frank Honda's on his way out. Styx is on his way out. Max Thorne is still in the pits. Obviously, you only need about 1 minute 30 left of the session to put in a lap in. But obviously, the earlier you get out, the more laps you can put in. Interesting enough, everyone is looking like they're going to be starting on these Hypersoft, the pink striped ones. Right. Just having a look, see if there's anything there. Right, so Xerox Tom will start a flying lap. He needs to get into the 110s at least. He really needs to get in front of Frank Honda. A little uneasy going to turn 1, up the hill now. Let's stay with him and see how he does. He didn't slide this time, just kept it neat. Ooh, I thought he was going to lose it, and he does lose it, but he holds it. Beautifully held. Looked like he was going round and round there. Fortunately, he has held it there. Coming out of Casino now, down through Mirabeau into Portier. Justin Button had to crash a few years ago, putting someone else into the wall big time, flipping him into the wall quite literally. Oh, little lock up there, a bit unsteady on his way in, and his back end is not happy, and that's the end of his flying lap. Let's have a look then. Frank Honda's on a flyer. Where is Sticks? Sticks is going through a tunnel. Let's stay with Sticks. Let's see if he can improve on that 140. That's a better break point there from him. A little late turning in, but gets away with it. Now going out to Portier. He's going to have Xerox Tom ahead of him. Hopefully Xerox has just put the power down or got right out of the way. Oh, it's very wobbly there. As he now cannot to Raskas. Get that car turned in. There we go. 2 corners to go. And he's going to not move up the grid. No, but he does improve by a 10th. So he knows the pace is there. He's just got to find it. Frank Honda, though, with a 1.9.3. BT Max Thorne's time of 1.9.7. So Tom's also back out on a fly after bailing out his first lap. And he might be bailing out this lap because he's just picked up some damage, and that's pure frustration there from Xerox Tom. And he's going to have to be careful because coming around the corner in a moment there's going to be Sticks. And ghosting isn't on, and he needs to get out of the way. Frank Honda's on his way around as well, and that's an unfortunate penalty for Sticks. That's a 5-place grid penalty for a collision he couldn't avoid because someone else was on the track in his way. Xerox Tom has retired from the sessions. He's had enough. Frank Honda is possibly going for another one, or he's just going to come in and say that's enough. And there's an abandoned car. That's not the place to leave a car, but what's done is done. Who's that? That's Max Thorne in the wall. Or just waiting until the very last moment. Or is this tactics to try and destabilise Frank, even though Max is the one that needs to take the win, or takes the pole? We'll soon see then. 20 seconds left of the session. Sticks is on a fly going up the hill, but all eyes are going to be at this front battle then between Max Thorne and Frank Honda. Max is going to get his lap started first. He's looking to beat a 1.9.3, and that's not the way to do it. It slides out the exit at San Devon. Frank has pitted, so he won't be improving. It's all down to Max then if he can take this. It's looking a bit uneasy there, going through Casino. Just hugging that wall, trying not to hit it. Let's see where Sticks is. Sticks is in the tunnel. He should be well clear of Max then. Coming down through Portier. And get that power down. Let's go under this tunnel. Some lovely camera angles through here. Now down into Nouvelle Chicane. That's a corner cut, and that might be it for Max. Yep, he's had enough. Sticks, however, is coming around the final corner. Let's see if he beats his time. Not if he does that, he won't. He might beat it. No, he doesn't. Not quite. He gets a 5-place penalty, so he'll be starting at the back, irregardless. But there we go. A crash-happy qualifying for you. So there you go, Frank Honda taking pole position with a 19.322. Max Thorne in second with 9.7. Further back, big gap there between second and third. Xerox Tom, followed by Positive Vibes and Wild Wolf 1. Very close, those two drivers on the time. But it's race day now. And with only 10 drivers, it's going to be an interesting race. Hopefully, all 10 will make it to the end. I suspect not, but it'll be fun if they can. And if it rains, it'd be interesting, to say the least. So just waiting now for all the drivers to get themselves readied up and get themselves onto the grid. Right. Just still waiting for the last two drivers to get themselves done. And there we go. 5 red lights. And away we go. Frank getting a decent start. Max having a little slow start. He might lose one to face the Sarasol. No, he's got the inside line. And we're all through the first corner without any issues. Surprise, surprise. Xerox Tom hanging on the back of Positive Vibes, looking a little unsteady going through that corner. Have a look at Max. He's not going to make a move here. Xerox Tom having a little look down the inside of Positive Vibes. It's further back. Wout and Wild Wolf 1. Oh, big contact there. That was Wild Wolf 1 smashing into the back of Lucky Walnut. And he's going to pick up substantial damage. He's going to lose a place there to Wout. And yeah, oh, that's not the right way to face a car. And he's going to drop right to the very back. He's going to have not a lot of front wings, so he'll be just hoping to make it around the rest of this track. Let's go up to Max Thorn battling out. No, hang on, let's go with Xerox Tom. Clouting that wall. Oh, Positive Vibes all out of shape, and Xerox Tom has hit him. And Xerox Tom getting a 3-second penalty in the process, and not a lot of nose cone. He's a bit frustrated there. And we've got a little sort of pile up going on here. Lucky Walnut's in the pits, Xerox Tom's in the pits, Sticks is in the pits, Kimmy is getting pushed around. No ghosting, and people haven't quite realised that by the looks of things. People just need to take their time and things will work themselves out. So, after that, currently leading is Frank Honda from Max Thorn. Max Thorn just holding on to the back of him for now, as 5 people have pitted from on lap 1. I suspect Kimmy will be coming in at the end of this lap. Things getting a little bit punchy there at Raskas. And so let's have a look. Max Thorn's not really going to be closing in, but let's have a look at Lucky Walnut on Xerox Tom. Obviously after a start like that, people start getting a little bit wound up, and that's where you start to see people do silly things like trying to overtake at the hairpin, which isn't designed to be overtaken at. Cars are especially designed just for this race. They changed the steering so they can make that corner. Otherwise they got no chance of making it. So lap 3, DRS has been enabled. Max is going to be within DRS only if you can hold on to the back of Frank. But there is not a lot of chances of actually making overtakes happen on this track, as it is so narrow. There's Positive Vibes coming into the pits, and Lucky Walnut just aggressively hitting that corner and picking up a 3-second penalty. Kimmy obviously not picking up as much damage as I suspected from that. No, he's got no damage whatsoever. I thought he'd have more than that, but he doesn't. So Lucky Walnut has also come into the pits. So there goes his teammate. Oh, Sticks is going to go through on him, is he? Going up the hill? No, he got alongside, but obviously that pit lane has a nice cut of the first corner, which allows Positive Vibes to get ahead and stay ahead. Let's have a look at the tyre situation then. So Positive Vibes has pitted, come out on a Super Softs. Going to take himself to the end on those. Those on the Ultra Soft stopping very early. Will probably have to make a second stop later on. Obviously with these 25% races, tyre strategy isn't massively important. You normally go soft and next soft as your strategy, unless you start outside the top 10, which none of these guys did. But Max Thorn has pitted very early on. He might have picked up some damage. I didn't see anything happening there, but he has pitted already. He's going to come out. He's got some clean air. Maybe that's why he has pitted as early as he did. As Wild Wolf 1 is holding on to the back of Sticks as they come through the swimming pool complex. You're going to see a good overtaking opportunity here for Wild Wolf 1 going down the home straight. Positive Vibes is just in front of him as well on those Super Softs. Now Wild Wolf 1 has the DRS. He's going to close in, but he didn't get the best drive out the final corner, and he's not going to make a move just yet. As they go up the hill, he's going to hold on to the back of him. He's actually moved outside the 1 second window already. So Wolf Run not doing the pace we expected from him. As well, just putting the fastest lap back there in P9. Max Thorne has come out 26 seconds behind the lead. So quite possibly had a nose change. It's a little longer pit stop than I honestly expected, but what's done is done. So sit here with Wild Wolf 1 as he's on the backish of Sticks. Sticks is also closing in on positive vibes. Sticks and Wild Wolf 1 on those ultra softs, positive vibes on those super softs. Brand new super softs, so we're going to the end, whilst the guys who just put these ultra softs on might struggle, and Sticks gets all out of shape there, and Wild Wolf 1 has closed right up to the back to him, and not quite that close to the back of him. He's going to stay out, but he has just absolutely clouted the inside of Sticks and holds on to P7 for now, but that might frustrate Sticks and he might look to make a move. He gets a great drive out of Sandevon. Was that a give back? I think it might have been. Well, one seemingly giving the position back to Sticks after hitting him at Raskas. And he's going to look to make a move down at Mirabeau. No, he's not. Sticks was able to put it in the middle of the track on the exit of Casino, and Wild One finding no space. Wild One obviously picking up that front wing damage from the collision earlier. Well, now he's really struggling for a front end grip, and Wout is right on his tail. And Wout's put in the fastest lap of the race so far, so he'll be knowing he has the pace to close in and overtake. And this could look like an overtake opportunity. No. Wout has a look. He has to ease off. Wild Wolf has closed that wall once again. And this is the problem with Monaco. It's one thing to close, it's another thing to be able to pass. As some of you may remember, Max Thorne has retired from the session. Where was that? Let's stay on board with positive vibes. Oh no, Wout's managed to take Wild Wolf. So he moves. Oh, big hit there. And there he is on the outside of Massenet. Obviously just losing the back end going into the corner. And he's put it into the wall. So Wout looks keen to make a move on Sticks. As Wild Wolf starts to fall back off the back of these two. Interesting enough, we don't have a virtual safety car or any safety car with the incident for Max Thorne. As the marshals here at Monaco are some of the best in the world, as they're so used to having to get cars out of the way as quickly as possible. Sticks is looking all over the shot. Wild Wolf is going to go down the inside into the Nouvelle Chicane and move up. He does. Up to P6 then for Wout. He's going to set his sights on positive vibes. Frank Hahn has pitted from the lead as well earlier. Forgot to mention that. So he's behind his teammate. Oh wow, lose the back end there. And he's going to pick up a lot of front wing damage. He's going to stay out for now. But that front left is non-existent really. As Xerox, Tom and Kimi are battling out further up as well. Let's stick with this one. I suspect Sticks will get past well anytime soon. Xerox, Tom hitting that, going through that corner a little bit tighter than he might have wanted to. And can now look to make a move down into the Nouvelle Chicane, but Kimi gets a great drive off the corner. Xerox, Tom closing in on him. He's not going to be able to send it down the inside this time round. Kimi looking aggressive on those corners. Xerox Tom just needs to stay with Kimi now through the third sector as Unity's pitted, and Xerox Tom picks up a 3-second penalty for just trying too hard to close down Kimi. As they come up to the final two corners, so Xerox Tom going to get Dearest. A little late on it, but Kimi with a terrible drive out the corner. Xerox Tom's going to go around the outside of the first corner. And no, he can't. Kimi with the inside line, takes the inside line. Xerox Tom powering it up the hill, side by side they go. Oh, Kimi, I think they might have hit the wall there a little bit. As Cyril Tom is clearing away as Positive Vibes and Wout going side by side into turn 1. Well, up he goes. Wout is flying today, even with that front wing damage. As Kimi picks up a 3-second penalty. Where was that? How do you pick up a penalty down there at the Grand Hotel? I don't know. It's not even faster to cut the corner there, it's slower. So, starting to pitter out now is the gaps. Frank Honda got a 5-second lead from his teammate. And that should be pretty comfortable for him unless he makes a bit of a mistake. Particularly if it comes to the back markers, he should be closing on Wild Wolf in the next couple of laps. Wild Wolf is just over 1.3 a minute and 3 seconds off the pace. Let's have a quick look at the stops. So Kimi's the only one who's not actually stopped yet, as Styx has retired. Back there in P7, let's see where that is. Lucky Walnut is going to have a good shot of it in a moment. There's the yellow flags. Is that to back then? Is it? Might clip the inside. There he is. No, that's the outside. He's lost the front right wheel. As Lucky Walnut picks up a 3-second penalty, trying to avoid that wreckage. As Wild Wolf 1 is looking to close in on Lucky Walnut and get himself. Lucky Walnut has pitted. Styx is gone. So Wild Wolf 1 moves up to P7 now. And yeah, I mean the closest gap is, interesting enough, Unity has cut that gap down to Frank Honda. Frank made a bit of a mistake and cost himself some damage. Let's have a look. I can't see, he's going too fast. Not a thing you often hear. As Kimi's retired as well. Where was that? Oh, that was here in the middle of there. Oh, that is not a place to be crashed. And Wout has caught the back end. Positive Vibes is going to be the next one through. He's going to have to be very careful. And he's very fortunate to not hit anything. Wout, unfortunately, isn't in the same boat. Collected Kimi and has had to pit with 10 laps on the halfway through distance now. 10 laps gone, 10 to go. See where Wout's going to come out. Wild Wolf is going to come past him as he exits. This could be close. Not as close as I was expecting. Wild Wolf picking up a 3-second penalty. Lucky Walnut is struggling. So Wout we know to be fast, and he shouldn't have any problems passing Wild Wolf. Just got to pick his moment and not hit the back of the Mercedes driver in front of him and pick up any damage. That's just what he's got to avoid doing now. He's going to get a good chance on the exit here. He's got that power down so much earlier than Wild Wolf. He's going to look to go onto the outside. Let's go side by side, and that's an easy move at the end of the day, just getting that power down earlier than Wild Wolf. And Wout moves up to P5 then. He's going to be hunting down Positive Vibes. He's got to find 20 seconds. It shouldn't be a problem for him. Unless he starts sliding about all like that. And yeah. So we are starting to pitter out a little bit once again. See Frank Honda. I thought he might have had damage, but we were distracted by Kimi going out. Let's try and have a look at that front left. Front right even, that was a big hit there as well. Front left's fine, you can see the grill's just there above his wishbone. Can't see anything from that angle. Or is it the reason I can't see anything because there's nothing there? Oh, this is a lovely camera angle, this is. He's closing in on Wild Wolf. So, and there's his teammate just behind him. 3.2 seconds separating the two Saubers, or as they'll be known in next year's game, the two Alfa Romeos. into Nouvelle Chicane once again. No, there doesn't appear to be any damage to that wing. He's just losing a bit of time to his teammate. And see how much time he loses behind these back markers. Where you meet the back markers is going to be absolutely crucial. Unfortunately, Frank's looked like he's going to meet him on the home straight, but Wild Wolf hasn't immediately got out of the way and put the anchors on. So there we go, Frank getting through quite easily at the end of the day. Unity coming up behind him as well. So Frank avoided losing much time. If you meet them going through a Mirabeau, then they're really going to struggle to get out of the way. And unfortunately, looks like where Unity is going to meet Wild Wolf. Because there's not... That's one way of getting out of the way. Just pull over and put your feet down on the brake. So, good driving there from Wild Wolf, getting out of the way. He's got enough lead over Lucky Walnut that he doesn't need to worry about dropping a few seconds. As Lucky Walnut isn't looking too comfortable. Frank Honor, on the other hand, is looking comfortable. Going through the swimming pool complex. Obviously named because there is a swimming pool there. Wout has absolutely destroyed the gap to Positive Vibes now. He's just under 4 seconds off the back of the McLaren driver. So let's go have a look at him storming around this track, and there is the McLaren driver just in front of him. So we can get a good view of him just here. Goes, there we are. Our gap is now 2.2 seconds. He's gained so much time in just a few corners. Obviously the grippier tyre is going to be better performing, particularly on the acceleration out of those slow corners. And that gap is now down to 1.3 seconds. And I suspect we're going to see a DRS chance. Well, we will see a DRS chance. But will he have the overtake done? He might try a little sneaky one. No, he's going to sit behind. It's really hard to overtake on this track, even on the straights. It's even harder to overtake it somewhere like the swimming pool. So, well, now with DRS, Positive Vibes going to the outside, almost letting him through. And up Wout goes, quite comfortably at the end of the day, up to P4. Now, Xerox Tom is 38 seconds up the field. He's got 5 laps, and I think this might be a little too much to ask for him to close in this gap. But I'm sure he's going to give it a try. Xerox Tom is on 12 lap old Ultra Softs, and he might start struggling in the last couple of laps or so. But we shall see when we get there. As Unity's fallen back a second extra from Frank Honda, down to 4.5 seconds. And look at that gap. Well, it's already put up nearly 4 seconds in half a track. Well, in about half a track. So, well, it's absolutely flying here tonight. Positive Vibes will... He's got 20 seconds over Wild Wolf, so he'll be just nursing those tyres to the end to collect P5. But Wout has closed that gap down to just under 36 seconds from his teammate. Let's have a look at Xerox and see how he's handling with these rather old Ultra Softs. 13 laps in. Just going carefully. He's spinning him up a little bit in acceleration there. But he's driving cleanly, not touching the walls. Obviously, you touch the walls and the walls bite. Oh, big lock-up going into Raskas. Again, keeps it out of the wall though. That's all he's got to do if he wants to hold on to podium position. His teammate has got the gap down to 35 and a bit seconds. So it's now going up the hill towards Massenet, through Beaurivage. I think, unless Xerox Tom's tyres just fall off the cliff and he makes a big mistake, like loses a lot of front wing, he should be able to hold on to this P3. Frank is coming towards the end of lap 16. Oh, big hit of the wall there. Fortunately only on the rear wheel. If you hit the front wheel, that's a whole different story. But now starting lap 17. His teammate has fallen back to just over 5 seconds now, so he won't be making a challenge. And I think, barring any massive incidents, the race is going to finish as it is now. Penalties may make an issue later on, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And just on board now, Frank Honda. As there isn't much else to look at, in all honesty. And yes, this race is starting to peter out, unfortunately. Yeah, so Unity's 6 seconds off the lead. We might as well stick with Frank. Let's have a look at gaps to leader. So he's not going to close in on Wout. Wout's flying. He's past Positive Vibes and the rest of the back markers. So Unity's actually got that gap down to he's coming down a bit. Maybe Unity's found a little bit extra pace in those tyres. Or maybe Frank Honda has starting to struggle on those tyres. That gap is holding steady at about 5 seconds. Coming down a bit every now and again. So Unity gets a good look at him at those sort of situations, but I think he's going to have a chance to overtake. Just too little too late. But I'm sure Sal will be happy to take home a 1-2. As Wout is 30 seconds off his teammates, so that's not going to materialise into a move. Frank Honda then starting lap 19. Just this lap and one more to go. And that'll be in the bag. As Cyril Som has retired. Where's that? Sector 2. What has happened? Let's sit on board with Wout. Where's he managed to lose that then? There's the yellow flags coming into the Nouvelle Chicane. Oh, there it is. How did he manage that? He must have clipped the inside wall and just, yeah. Must have taken a little too much of the first corner. That's promoted well up to P3. He's had a nightmare of a race. He's had to make 2 stops. Lucky Warnock will get up a place potentially as well. Obviously have to pass the incidents to gain said place, but Positive Vibes is on his way now to pass that incident, so he's going to likely to gain a place, unless he does the same. He doesn't. Oh, big slide on the exit there. Those 15 lap ultras are starting to be painful for him, I suspect. Frank Honda has started the final lap in all of this. Wild Wolf 1 then, he'll gain a position. There we go. Lucky Warnock surviving, but let's stick on board with the race leader then. Race leader going through Miro for the final time today around the Grand Hotel hairpin. He knows what he needs to do, and that is literally just take the car home. Don't need to do anything silly at this point. His teammate's 5 seconds behind him, so unless Frank makes a big mistake, this is P1. And a win once again for Frank. Through the Nouvelle Chicane in towards the back. And you can see he's just taking it easy. He knows how easy it is to make one mistake and end your race here at Monaco. Rascasse for the final time, and into the final two corners. Frank's going to take home the Monaco Grand Prix. Easy at the end of the day for him. Max unfortunately had an incident and was potentially the only man who could have taken him the distance. Unity, Frank's teammate, taking P2. Well then, quite far back at the end of the day, 50 seconds back from the lead. And Positive Vibes is going to be the next man to finish. Obviously being lapped. There we go, P4 for Positive Vibes. World War 1 will get P5. See where else, yeah. So well, Lucky Walnut is being lapped by Welt. So it's still World War 1 coming across the line now. He's going to take home P5. Welt coming around the final corner. He's going to be P3. Great recovery drive there for him. He's run out of fuel before he gets to the line. No, he hasn't. He's trying to be silly. Well, if you wanted to crash out, there's an easy way of doing it. And if we cross the line, there we go. So there you go, that's the end of the Monaco Grand Prix. We'll get a quick final rundown of the positions in a moment. I'll show you the champagne, but that lags out quite a lot. So there we go, final rundown of the positions. You've got Frank Honda taking the win. Unity, his teammate, in P2. P3 went to out, so it's a Dutch 1, 2, 3 as expected. Positive Vibes P4, Whirlpool 1 P5, Lucky Walnut P6, and then DNFers Serox Tong, Kimmy, Styx, and Maxi Thorn. So there you go, thank you for being here for the Monaco Grand Prix. And yeah, join us next week when we will be in, I should know this, I think it's Austria. It's not Austria, is it? Yes, it is. No, it's Canada. Sorry. Austria's a couple of weeks away. Canada's next. Lovely track over there. So thanks again for joining me. See you next week.